guys. Right, this is sort of a blog because there's a few things I've got to tell you. First thing, update on the kitten. I've not been able to see him yet because I went to arrange last week, but apparently she must have forgot or something. I've been trying to get hold of her, but she's very hard to get hold of. So I don't know. I mean, they're about 2 weeks old now, the kittens, and I've not seen them as yet. So my friend who it's her neighbour. My friend said she'll try and get hold of her for me and see what's happening, and hopefully I've got another 6 weeks yet to get hold of her, so I'm not in too much panic. So yeah, right. Now this video, I thought I'd just mention a few things like you know, like if you've got a sick cat or a dog or an hamster and they're not drinking. Now, especially with an hamster. When Wasabi was sick, I think you may remember, I had to use a syringe, you know, to syringe little bits of water into his mouth. And then I found after he died, I thought, well, this really is it's okay, but if you squirt too fast, they could get it all over them. And that's what happened to Wasabi on one occasion, and I still blame myself. I don't know. I just blame myself because a bit of water went on him, but apparently it was only a tiny bit, and the vet said no, that had nothing to do with his death. He's just had a stroke, and that was it. It was his time. So anyway, so I thought, right, to cover myself, use a dropper. Now you can pick these up from a chemist. It comes in a bottle, an empty bottle. You can pick them up off Amazon for a pack. I got a pack off Amazon, but this one I got from Bootsy's. And this only cost me 25 pence. Now, this is quite good. All you do, say you've got a poorly hamster, you need to get some fluid. Just check this, let's make sure. Now, can you see that? There you go. Now this will be a nice, simple flow into the mouth. You just squeeze, and it goes into one drop at a time. Like so. Now, if you do the same with a syringe, I'll show you what happens with a syringe. Just hold down. I mean, you can do it with a syringe. I've done it with a syringe, and it's a bit tricky, especially if you get a stiff syringe as well, and you go to plunge and water goes everywhere. So a tiny bit there. Now this one's a quite loose syringe, so this is easy. But if you had a different one, it was stiff, and you tried to plunge, you'd go like this, and the water would go everywhere. So, but if you get a loose one like this, then this is fine. You just, especially for an hamster or a cat or a dog, you just go like that. But most syringes are quite stiff, you see. So, but whatever suits you best. But I was just giving you like another alternative. So just do that again. Now I'll put a bit more in there, but I certainly won't put that much in for an hamster. But say you're giving some to a cat, or say you're giving it to an hamster, but less than that obviously. Just again, I'll show you again. Just squeeze gently. It just goes into the mouth easier as well, and it's glass as well, so they can't chew. Yes. Another drop. And another drop. And another drop. I did that quick then on purpose, don't worry, I wouldn't do that really. Just trying to empty out quicker for you guys. So yeah, there's two alternatives there to if you need to get fluids into an hamster. Or a cat or a dog or whatever, guinea pig. Any pet. So now I wouldn't recommend using a bigger syringe on an hamster. These ones are better, the smaller ones, because they're a lot looser. And you just go very, very slowly, like that. So yeah, they're quite good. Problem is, if you're using these on a cat or a dog, I don't know about a rabbit or a guinea pig, but if you use these on a cat or dog, because they're plastic, they could bite down on it dead quick and break it. So if you're giving medication, then I certainly Wouldn't use that if you're giving them like a pill, obviously. Just use it for giving water after the pill. But if it's a pill like a dissolvable one, and you've got to dissolve it in water, which I'll show you in a minute, let it dissolve, then you can use this. But if you're using medication where you have to put the tablet in the mouth first and then use syringes. But these are also good for liquid medication as well. So yeah, so it is an alternative that I'm just showing you guys. I'm not saying go out and get one immediately and just use this, but it just gives you an alternative on what to use. You know, if you're not comfortable with a syringe, then you'll certainly be more comfortable with these, because they only give one little drop out at a time, providing, I'll just show you what I mean. Now if you're going quick like this, you squeeze hard, it'll all squirt out. So you don't do that, you just go like that, and then you just one drop, slowly. I did that too fast then, but you see what I mean if you go too fast. Slowly, slowly. It's a bit harder to do when you're holding the camera. So that's all you need to do, guys. Right, I'll quickly go on to this. Now, say I'd had a very bad infection recently. I nearly lost her. I know I didn't do a video on it. Maybe I should have done. But I knew it was just an infection. And it was, she had pancreatitis, infection of the pancreas. She was really sick. She stopped eating, she stopped drinking. This was about 2 months ago. So I didn't film during all that time because I was too busy just nursing her, taking her to back and forth to the vets. And she was on antibiotics, she was on inflammatories. I had to literally syringe feed her, mush all the food in water and then syringe feed her because she just was not eating. Then towards the end of the infection, she still wasn't eating and she lost a lot of weight. The vet gave me some appetite boosters, which to bring her appetite back. And yes, so these are the appetite boosters. So she gave me them, which is like a tiny, tiny, tiny little pill, which you put in the mouth. And then within half an hour, well, it does be said anyway, she starts howling the house down and her appetite goes ferocious. And that lasts, the pill, the howling doesn't, but the pill lasts about 4 days. And then the eating will slow down again, so then you have to give her another. So she's been on these quite a while now. So she'd give me some more. So see, take her back in 3 weeks, get her weighed. And if she's okay, then she might be on them for the rest of her life. But she's 17, so she needs a little bit of a help. And for Holder, because Holder was Deezy's sister. As you know, I think you might remember, she took it bad when Deezy were put to sleep. She was constantly howling for her in the middle of the night, keeping me awake. And it was just, she still does it now 9 months later. She's not so bad in the day now, but at one point she was all the time just looking for her sister and calling for her. It was so heartbreaking. And as you know, she stopped eating as well and everything. But the vet said, try these, and she said you can also get them online. So I tried them. These are called Silkine for cats and dogs, and these are fairly good. So all you do is just break the capsule open, and it's powder. So you mix that with a bit of water, and you could use this perfect for that because it turns to liquid. But I don't, I just use a syringe. But you can do if you want. So these are like, what's that stuff you get for cats when they're anxious? Oh, what's it called? It's like, it's a plug-in spray. It's a plug-in and you get a spray and everything. And it fell away. So these are like fell away. It just calms them right down, and you just give them one at night. But check with your vet what dose, depending on, like if you get these, and you've got a cat or dog, obviously, just check them for the first time to vet, get them weighed, and then as soon as you know the dosage, like Holder, she can get 75 milligram a day, that's one. Then you just give them one at night before you go to bed, and they'll be calm. And it just tastes like milk once you mix it with water. So it's not unpleasant, it's quite pleasant for them. So she's on them. I got a full pack of them off Amazon. It's cheaper than getting them off the vet. But like the vet said, for the first time, you do need to get them weighed so you give them the right dose, because the different dosages you see, and you don't want to overdose. So, but these are really, really good. So if you want to, if you're looking for some, if you've got a distressed animal, you know, a cat or a dog, and you just tried everything else, then pop them off to the vet, get them weighed, and see what dosage they recommend. Just tell them you've seen Silkeen, and then after that, you can just order them in bulk off Amazon, and it'll be cheaper. It really will. So these cost me £8. Now at the vet, for the same amount, it'd well cost more. She's off again. Older's off again now. That's what she's like all day. There you go. That's what she's like all day, all night. Just poor thing crying for her sister. It's heartbreaking. I know, baby. So yeah, guys. So that's that. So if you have any questions on that, then just comment below. I'll try and help you as much as I can. And so yeah. And regarding this, if you like any more questions on this, which I don't think you will because it looks quite self-explanatory, then yeah, that's just got a bit of plain water in. So you could put it in the bottle if you want, but just put it in a cup and you see what you're doing, then squirt it out. So there you go, guys. We've got website days. I'm dropping everything today. Good job, there's nothing in that. So yeah, guys. So that's that. So that's showing you. That's just like a bonus to show you. Yeah. So I will do a video on what happened to Rizalbi. Really, I did say when he died. What I tell you what happened. It's just strange. I'm actually I'll quickly tell you now. See, what happened is he had that little like ulcer on his face, if you remember. And then he was on antibiotics, and he finished his antibiotics. He went to the vets on the Monday, and she checked it, and it's all drying up. And she said, "We'll give you a bit more." So she gave him a bit more, and it was fine. And then the next day, on the Tuesday, he was still okay. And 7 o'clock, he was eating out of his bowl. And then 10 o'clock, I went to get him out for his playtime and to spot clean. Totally different. He was just flat as a pancake, couldn't move. I stayed up with him all night. I knew it was the end. You just know. I knew because I'd been through it with Kizzy. She had a stroke and everything, but she had cancer as well. And I knew it was a stroke. I literally stayed awake all night. I wrapped him up in a fleece, put him in bed with me. I just talked to him and stayed up with him all night. And then, because there was no emergency vet. Then the next morning I took him straight down and she put him to sleep. But there was just nothing because he was just paralysed. So that's basically what happened to Rizalbi. So that's his case closed now, and I've moved on since then. Like I said, I've got Casper. I still miss him, and I still really can't watch videos of Rizalbi. But although I still really can't watch videos of Kizzy, and she's been gone 3 years. So sometimes it does hurt. So when you get an extra special one, but all my Ammies are special to me. Right, guys. So that's that. So I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of rambling blog. So, any questions on this, then I'll be quite happy to try and help you. But these are blue and white capsules. I forgot to tell you. So, yeah. And if you're really struggling and you do have a cat or a dog that's really stressed out and you've tried fell away, then I really do recommend you try these, because you never know. They might calm your pet down. So they help with older. I just give her one at night and they help with her. So yeah. So guys, I'll keep you updated on the kitten situation. Don't worry. Bye.